Guys, welcome back to a brand new Rams video. Thank you so much for stopping in. Today we're going to be breaking down how John Wolford did in his first performance in the regular season as a Ram, and just his first performance in the regular season in general. So I would say that he did very well. I mean, he could have done better, but he did a lot better than I was expecting to do. Obviously, I did think that the scrambling would be something that he could utilize that we haven't really seen from the Rams yet, just because we don't really have that many mobile quarterbacks in the last like 20 years. So I did expect that element coming into the game that would really help them, and maybe some design runs, and that's what we did get from Sean McVay. We saw a couple design runs where it was like a read option and then a QB draw, and then some of them it was just a boot, like a boot rollout, and then he got up to the first down, which was really a design pass. But that's kind of what I was predicting what would happen, was just like those design runs and then some rollouts that he could actually use for scrambling, unlike what we've seen from Goff before. But again, something that I did not expect to see coming in was him to be able to read the defenses. I feel like he read the defenses very well, and noticed some blitzes. And the thing that I was really refreshed by was when we saw the Arizona Cardinals blitzing close to everybody, and he doesn't panic and throw a pick or panic and just get sacked. He would move around and make them chase him, and even throw some completions or scramble and get first downs, which is just something we're not used to seeing. As far as the touchdowns, he didn't have any, but he got really close on that. If you remember when we were getting close to the end zone and he tried to roll out and get into there, I think he might have been able to get it if he rolled out further to the right rather than cutting inside and trying to take the contact. So he got close to a rushing touchdown, and I do think the one to Gerald Everett in the back of the end zone to the left on that fade could have been a touchdown. Everett just didn't hold on to it. And overall, when he got settled in after that first initial interception, then the second drive, I think that he really started to get into his own. And the thing that I liked about him is it didn't look like he was getting in his head like Jared Goff. We've seen that all year this year. I feel like Jared Goff can get in his head a lot of the times, and that kind of fogs up what he has to do, and then he just starts getting confused and making mistakes. But for him, like, I think if Jared Goff threw a pick first play of the game, that he would have been trying to climb back up the hill the whole game just from that mistake. The fact he came out and we still won the game, and he still performed very well after that interception, I just think it's great. Our offense definitely should have had more touchdowns, that's for sure, especially when we were on the one. Just some costly penalties there, but I think that he did pretty well overall, and did better than some people expected, and even worse for some people. But I think he read the defense well, and he was a blitz killer. That's the thing that was, again, most refreshing to me, was usually if I see blitzes coming from teams, like opposing teams against the Rams, I just freak out like before the play even starts, because I know the way that Goff is under that. And I'm not saying like Goff is terrible, and I'm not bashing Goff at all, but he just doesn't seem to pick up those blitzes well, and when I see it coming, even if he sees it coming, it just looks like he's completely helpless. But this was the opposite for Wolford. He just seemed to handle it well, and his mindset just seems to be crazy. Like, it's just crazy how calm down he is. It'll remind me a little bit of Aaron Rodgers after he threw that pick, the type of mindset and command that he had. But let me know what you think down below of what he had in this performance, because I think that even McVay was more aggressive with him, and even if it's the same plays and same concepts, Wolford still took deep shots, and it didn't look like McVay was holding back like he does with Goff. And I love to see those deep shots that we got, and we could have had a touchdown with Jefferson if he just put a little bit more on it. But I just think that McVay was trusting him a little bit more than Goff, which is kind of a little bit concerning, but also it was really cool to see just because we could see all those deep shots. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Horns up and God bless.